Can you believe Oscar Pistorius has been on trial in the North Gauteng High Court for 24 days now? Day 24 just had an early adjournment as Harry Nell for the state is cross-examining a defense witness. Now, cast your mind back to how things have gone. At the beginning of the case, Harry Nell called witnesses for the state to prove that Oscar and Reva were in a fight and that Oscar intended to shoot Reva. Thereafter, the defense began their case, bringing witnesses to the stand. And that's where we are right now. Oscar Pistorius has given his evidence. He's been cross-examined by Harry Nell. And now we're straight back into seeing defense witnesses. These are experts and people who the defense call to show that Oscar Pistorius genuinely believed that there was an intruder in the house and that he shot in self-defense. Currently on the stand, we're looking at evidence given by a man called Roger Dixon, who is currently a forensic geologist at a university. Now, how does a forensic geologist get involved here? It's a very interesting question, and that's basically what Harry Nell's cross-examination of Dixon is. Harry Nell is absolutely adamant that Dixon isn't qualified enough to be speaking to this. Now, Dixon has worked with police in the past, and Barry Rue is using Dixon to prove that Oscar Pistorius was genuinely rattled and shot at what he believed was an intruder. Now, how are they doing that? Well, Barry Rue is using Roger Dixon to explain that those 4 shots that went through the bathroom door happened in quick succession, clearly showing that Oscar Pistorius believed there was an intruder and this wasn't a premeditated act. Remember, the state's case is that the shots were 1, 2, 3, 4, defined and deliberate, where Oscar Pistorius is saying that he shot 4 times frantically through the door in very quick succession, and that those shots were possibly double tap shots. That's 2 sets of shots in quick succession. Is this possible? Dixon says it is so, because his analysis of the forensic evidence, that's those holes in the door and the wounds on Reva Steenkamp, are consistent with this. Essentially, what Dixon is saying is that the forensic analysts used by the state, the doctor who performed the post-mortem on Reva Steenkamp, and the investigating officers in this case are all wrong, and that they'd misread the evidence. Harry Nell is completely unsatisfied with Dixon being on the stand, like I said, saying that he's completely unqualified for this and that he should be speaking as a layman and not a professional. In fact, he managed to get Dixon into a corner once on the stand today by using those particular words and getting Dixon to admit that he was a layman. Court will resume tomorrow, in case there was any confusion about that. There will be day 25 of the court happening tomorrow, that's Thursday, but after that, court will be postponed until the 5th of May. Now remember, this case was only supposed to go on for 3 weeks. We're now in week 7. What's going to happen is court will take a 7-day break so that members of the prosecution can deal with other cases, and it will also give Judge Masipa and her assessors some time to deal with the record. At the beginning of day 24, the record was standing at 2,000 pages, and every member involved in this case will need to read through it thoroughly. The defense and the state, Harry Nell and Barry Rue, will need to read through this thoroughly so that they can present their closing arguments at the end of the case, and Judge Masipa and the assessors will need to read through it too so that they can make a decision. Court will pick up tomorrow and then again on the 5th of May. For the latest news and information on Oscar Pistorius, visit news24.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook.